Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, I am going to explain about the rules which can be used while drawing any shear force or bending moment diagram. In this example, I have included three types of beam with the different loading. For example, in my first example or first type is simply supported beam with point load. The other one is simply supported beam with UDL, uniformly distributed load. The third section or the third point is simply supported beam with point load and UDL load. I will just say how the diagram will look like and how we can draw the lines. In my further videos, I will do all types of beam step by step. So I just don't want to put you guys in difficult situation at the beginning. Okay. So first of all, we have simply supported beam. As you can see, the point load is acting in the middle of the beam, but there is no value, obviously, because we don't know any value and we don't want to calculate any value yet. We will do it in our further videos. If we have our beam something like that, and how our shear force diagram would look like and what would be the lines which we will draw, which we will use. For example, in simply supported beam, point load acting in the middle, our diagram would be something like that. This is our beam. Okay, so this is our reaction. Obviously, we will have to calculate reaction, which we will do in our further videos. Reaction always react on upwards, and when you come to the middle, the point load force your beam to go down, and then you will go to your final stage. Okay. So, in this shear force diagram, you will use straight lines. Okay, straight lines. And in our bending moment diagram, we will use diagonal lines. So, how our bending moment diagram would look like? It would look like something like that. As you can see, I have used diagonal lines. In shear force diagram, I have used straight line. So the point is, in shear force diagram, simply supported beam, you have to draw straight lines. In bending moment diagram, simply supported beam, load is acting in the middle of the beam. The bending moment diagram would use diagonal lines, as you can see. Diagonal lines. Okay. Now let's go to second type. Simply supported beam with UDL, uniformly distributed load. Okay, how our bending moment diagram would look like. In our UDL and in shear force diagram, our shear force diagram lines would be diagonals, lines. Okay, it could be this way, down, and again down, something like that. Because we don't know the values, so I cannot exactly draw the number, or maybe I cannot point out any value on any point. So I will do it in my further videos. So the point is, I have used diagonal lines. Diagonal line. Okay. In our bending moment diagram, I will have to use a parabolic line, not diagonal lines. And the parabolic line looks something a parabolic. So the point is, which I am trying to mention, you have to use a parabolic line. Parabolic line. Okay. Now let's move on to third type of beam. The beam is the same, but we have different loading conditions. We have point load and UDL at the same time acting on the same beam. How our shear force diagram would look like. So as I have explained, if you have a UDL on a beam, your shear force diagram line would be diagonal. So how the diagonal line would look like? It would look like something like that. When you come to the middle point, you will go further down, and then again diagonal lines, and then how you connect your shear force diagram. Okay, because we don't have value, I cannot present a number of values on this beam. Okay, so the point is, we have to use diagonal lines with UDL load acting on our load. When it comes to do bending moment diagram, so how our diagram would look like, it would look like a parabolic. It would look like a parabolic, something like that. When you comes to do your point load, it will go slightly down. If our value of point load would be higher than UDL, then it will be slightly different, but in this case I am considering it the same value, so then again you have another parabolics. So this is how your bending moment diagram will look like. In my further videos I will explain all the diagrams with values. So you have to make parabolic here, parabola, and here you have diagonal lines. I hope you have understood what I am trying to explain. If you still don't understand, please write your questions in the comment box and I will explain it again. That's it for today. Thank you for watching my video. Please don't forget to subscribe my channel.